righty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are now live and direct. Episode 21. I am your host, Gaddis TV. I want to thank you very much for coming in, tuning in, showing some love. Don't forget to hit the follow button on Twitch, Twitter, Spotify, Audius as well. And if you didn't check out the last episode, we had Brett from FTX on there. So do yourself a favor, go download the FTX app. Stay up to date with the latest cryptocurrency and NFTs as well. And without further ado, let's get into it. So we're live now, gentlemen. So first off, what is going on? How are y'all doing? Hopefully having a good day. And thank you for coming in. Oh, can you hear me?
We sure can now.
There we go. My bad. I was saying we're live and direct. So we're live with RustBots. So if you're not already, go ahead and hit them a follow at RustBot. They just got, let me refresh it on the screen, to the 9,000 basically followers. So shout out to y'all on that one. And really, without further ado, if you don't mind, obviously just to go ahead and introduce yourselves. Tell us when you got involved with crypto, what you do before crypto. And really what got the RustBots started.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start off. I got involved in crypto probably October of last year. That's when I started getting more involved in actual coins and things like that. And then kind of started seeing NFTs popping up around March. Got interested in it and started getting more and more involved in the space probably late August. That's kind of how I went through my transition in the crypto space. Before doing crypto, I have a background in biochemistry and electrical engineering. So that's kind of what I did. Worked in a lab, still work in the lab sometimes. And the idea for RustBots kind of came because I just got tired of seeing projects that I didn't really like in the NFT space. So I was like, how about I come up with something that's really high quality, 3D, and has some actual utility to make us stand out kind of in the space. That's what we've been doing ever since.
Nice. And I guess who are you the creator of it, or I guess who created it? And
yeah, I'm the founder of the project.
Nice. Heard that. And I guess for the people, well, I guess totally as well. Are you a part of the project, or kind of, I guess, let us know a little bit about you as well. When you get involved with crypto, NFTs, and what got you excited in NFTs?
Sure. Well, I actually, I got into crypto late 2017, so right as the bull market was starting to happen. Actually, yeah, I basically was buying on the way up, and I held a bunch of really garbage coins and lost a lot of money, and then just kept buying all through the bear market, like a lot of people did. I worked part-time for a church, actually, most of my life, getting paid almost nothing and buying $20 a Bitcoin. But even being in crypto for 4 years, or close to 5 years, that actually eventually starts to add up. And in August, I got huge into NFTs through the rise of pudgy penguins. I bought them at 0.02, and then they shot to like 3 ETH. And that was sort of what got me obsessed with NFTs. And actually, before then, I had minted NFTs on Solana, but that's only because I was huge in this. Like, I had a lot of friends in the Solana space. And then I made a meta page called NFTs on Solana, which kind of blew me to like 15,000 followers in a few weeks. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm in the NFT world now. And ever since then, I kind of rebranded that page a little bit, but now I basically do NFTs full time. And so I joined RustBots because I get DMs from like a lot of projects all the time, and a lot of people want people to join their team. And out of everyone I've ever spoken to, RustBots stood out by far, and it's just one of the most incredible projects. And so I wanted to join, and they had an opportunity for me to come on board, and so here I am. A few months later, like 3 months ago, minting my first NFT, and now basically doing it full time. Sounds a little ridiculous, but that's the space we live in. So
nice.
It's wild how fast this space moves. It's
100%. 100% on that. When talk about how quick. When did you, I guess, think of the idea? Because I know you said you were thinking about it because you saw projects. They weren't up to, I guess, par, so to say, on what you were thinking. When did you think about having it started to actually I guess like creating some of the things? Was it a pretty quick actually process, or was it one of those, hey, let me think about it for weeks, 2 weeks, things like that? How quick was it?
So actually, I got into the space and then I started looking around, and there was obviously those projects that stood out to me a lot. And it was kind of when the market was going crazy. So projects were releasing constantly, constantly, constantly.
Mm,
And I was just like, well, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of projects that have the same kind of traits, same kind of style. And then I was like, hey, why don't I create something? I feel like I could come up with something pretty cool, something that would be cool for the community itself. I started thinking about it. So I knew that I wanted to make a collection. I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do or what idea to go with. And I knew I didn't want to go with an animal.
there's a lot
Just
of them
because
in
of
there.
just because of the amount of animals that are coming out in the space. I kind of thought about the background that I have. Like I said, I have a background in engineering. So I was like, why not do something kind of techy? And then, like I said, make it really high quality, different kind of 3D art to what I was seeing in the space. And that was kind of that transition. It was just kind of like one day I was like, yeah, this sounds cool. I was walking around and I was like, well, this is most likely going to be made on like Rust, like the programming language. So I was like, Rust. That's it.
Nice. Did so I guess did are you the artist on it? Do you have like artists behind it? I guess how many people are in y'all's team, or is it just y'all?
Oh, so we actually have a whole art team. So we do everything in-house. We do all our designs, all our animations, our logos, everything we do in-house. So we have a team of 6 artists. They're spread between, I guess, whatever the strongest in. So we have one guy that's mostly dedicated to animation. We have other people that are better with textures, rendering, and then we have our main artist, Sam, who is in charge of basically all the other artists, managing them. So yeah, we have them. We also have all the development that we're doing is also in-house. So like our website, the backend stuff for when we do launch, we have our own devs. We work with another person that does kind of advising for us. So I think in total, there's probably like 9 people on the team.
Nice, strong amount. Does everyone seem to work well together? Like, is it good mesh, or I mean, of course, I'm sure it's a yes, but um,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I think it's great.
I
nice.
would say everyone
But
has like a different lane, and so like there's sort of we focus on different things and we all work together, and depending on what you're wanting to do, you talk to someone else in the team, and it seemed to work really well. I don't think we've had any like actual internal conflict or anything. It's all been really good vibes, and it's been really great.
the only thing is the time zones. That's always tough to deal with. But we are kind of spread out around the world, so it's I don't have a sleep schedule anymore.
Yeah, so that's the good thing and the bad thing, because it's the good
Right.
thing is it's literally you can talk to people throughout the world, and that's the beauty of, I guess, crypto and granted internet, things like that. But the flip side, because even before this, I never really thought of, hey, let me make sure everyone's on the same time frame, things like that. So that's good that everyone's at least on the same page there. Um,
Yeah.
I was,
I
I
know so
guess,
many different time zones for no reason now.
100%. I
Yeah,
remember, yeah, EST, because I'm in, Eastern Standard Times, but I'm like
right,
UTC, everything. I'm like, you guys,
right.
apologize. Um, when I guess with the Rust bots, do y'all have? Because I was reading on here for, I guess, people that are watching. It says the year 2050, a collection of innovation IA bots called Rust bots performed every day. A task Gen 1 collection launched in November 2021. Um, so I guess, do you all have an exact mint date, or when are y'all thinking about that, and how much would I guess a Rust bot cost? What's a mint?
Yeah, yeah. So we were pretty set on when we were gonna mint, but the market did change a lot. So we wanted to do what was best for the community. We felt like it wasn't a good idea just to rush our launch just because we set a certain day. Like if we explain it, we told the community. We thought it was best to move back our launch. And that also gives us more time for development to make sure we are out the best we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we still plan on trying to launch this month. Um, with the market conditions that we have, we also lowered our initial price. Um, so now we're going to be sitting between 1 to 1.25 Sol. But with the way that Sol is moving right now, we're most likely going to be at 1.
Yeah, 'cause it's popping, it's pumping right now.
It's going crazy. Yeah, no, when I started like 2 months ago, I was thinking, okay, Sol is a pretty like 2 Sol is a pretty decent price for what we're going to do. But now 2 Sol 2 months ago is basically 1 Sol now. So
Yeah.
the price has changed so much since then. We have to change our prices also to go along with the market.
And I think that's smart. And I think that people appreciate that as well because I'm 100% on that. I know when I first minted the thugs, it was 3 Sol, and 3 Sol now out of like knowing the project, of course, yeah. But at the same, I would be thinking about it at that time. I was like, oof, because I mean that is honestly you are right on that. And people do, even if they're in Discord saying, oh, X, Y, and Z. People see that and appreciate it because I mean it shows that the community, the team is trying to work with the community, not just let's make some cash. It's one of those, hey, we want people to enjoy this stuff and actually have it. Um, so with the rest spots, I guess, what do y'all want to be known for? Um, and I guess is this going to be like the 3D, or I don't know if some people have seen like the videos as well that y'all have done for Audius as well as Thugbirds. Is it video as well, or just 3D animations like that?
Yeah, so we want to be known for the quality of the work that we're actually putting into the space. So we've done collabs with a bunch of projects, and every time we put a lot of effort into the collabs that we're doing, we're not just putting something together super fast, throwing it out there. We want people to see what we can actually do as a team and what we can provide the space. So we do have the 3D collection, which is a generative collection, but we also have a second part of our collection, which is actually 15 one of ones, which are physically backed. So we're working on actually creating Rust bots for each one of those 15 one of ones, and also software for like an NFT verification on that bot that we're creating.
Nice. So I guess for some people that are listening that aren't too techy, what exactly would that in detail? Is just a um, more rarity, more official, or like what would that I guess do?
Are you talking about the physical version?
Yeah, well, I guess that's it. You're gonna be making a physical like version. You're gonna send it to those people. The 15 on, is that what you meant, or
Yeah, yeah,
um?
yeah. So
Okay.
the regular, so we have a generative collection, which is just made of our 3D art, which is going to be comprised of like still images, but also have like GIFs in there. So those are like the ultra rare,
Hey.
like animated versions. And then we have a separate collection, which is 15 one of ones that are all physically backed. So they all have an actual version of that NFT, which will be shipped out to the person that purchases the NFT. And it's not just like
Nice.
an action figure. It does have some functionality to it. And only the owner or the holder of the NFT can access the software on the physical version itself.
What would I guess the software do?
So we're not gonna have crazy functionality, like it's not gonna cook and clean for you and yeah, and do like that crazy type of stuff. But we were thinking about just doing programming like an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi, and we can have like our bots. All of them have like LED like screens, or like
Mm-hmm.
all the faces are screens. So the most likely possibility is that we'll have a screen that will be controlled by that software, basically on the face of the actual bot.
Nice. Even if it honestly wasn't a something crazy, like a tangible thing, is honestly something I would like. You know what I mean? Having it in the back, something like that. That's honestly pretty cool on there.
Yeah.
Trying to see with the, I guess with the bots, are they just certain times? I mean, are going to be ones like they have the rollings, or I guess when people mint, what can they expect to mint? What type of are they? Are they just the ones that are always rolling around, or like the one I have on the screen with, I guess, the legs? What can people expect to mint?
Oh, so actually, our collection is made up of five different body types. So kind of the way that we structured it, each one of the body types has a purpose in the Rustbots, I guess, universe or Rustbots world. So we have a bot, for example, it's a construction bot. We have like different helper bots. We even have a comedy bot. So yeah, we kind of just wanted to add a little story, a backstory to each different body type. That's another thing that has complicated our project a lot. We're basically making five generative collections inside of one collection. So each individual body type has to have its own individual traits, and all of this on the back end has to be done individually and then combined afterwards. So
Okay.
when mint comes, when they're minting, the possibility is to have any variation of the five body types.
Okay.
So yeah, I hope that answered your question.
No, yeah, no, it does. It is. I guess do you have like a website to see the different type of body types on there, or is that kind of like a surprise thing? Once everything drops, you'll get to see the different ones, or do you already have that on like I guess y'all's website?
Yeah, so actually, those were the first things that we introduced on Twitter a while back when we first launched our Twitter. We did the introduction of the five body types first, and then also if you check out our website, you can scroll through the different body types. Those body types, um, just to be honest, I guess those are just the generalized versions of the body types. So they don't actually show any of the cool traits that we're going to add to them. We do kind of want that to be a surprise for when we launch.
Definitely.
Um, we have worked like crazy these last couple of weeks to come up with really cool traits. And I don't know, I think the community will be really pleased with it.
Nice. With I know some of the questions I asked. Honestly, all of the projects that came on, because some of them have minted, some of them have not. What were, or I guess, what are or were some of the, I guess, the struggles y'all have had, and then one, how have you overcame them, and then two, I guess if you haven't, what things can people do that might be able to help um, the success of your project?
So you said struggles that we've had as a project.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if like any
Okay.
hiccups, anything like that. Some there's only like
Yeah,
one that honestly hasn't. Most people have, but like things like that. So people that are listening in and thinking about like having their own ways to kind of help, I guess,
yeah,
projects as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, if y'all have had any, and how have
for
y'all
sure.
overcame them?
No, so I'm not even gonna lie, at the beginning when I decided to start a project, I did not think it was gonna be this hard. Having a project and running it in the space is super hard. Marketing especially is definitely a huge task to take on for any project. But you can have the best art in the world, you can have the best utility and everything, but if nobody sees it, then I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you can't really gain traction in the space. So marketing has been definitely something very difficult for us. At first, I was I guess I was trying to do everything very formal and structured, but the space is very different. So I guess if you just try to be yourself, people will see that and they will latch on and like feel, I guess, more attached to the project itself. So that was one of the ways that we overcame the marketing aspect. Um, and also development on these projects is really hard, um, especially with the 3D work that we do. We have so much shadowing and different lights and different angles and stuff like that. That the code at first it was really hard to get it to work. So we actually, and this has been something huge that we've done in the space a lot. We collaborated with another project that we saw used also very high quality 3D art.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Jungle Cats. And we kind of came up with a plan for how to go about coding the backend stuff to get all our shadows and to be able to actually create a generative collection because that was one of the things that we were scared of at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
um, was not even being able to do this, not because we couldn't produce the art, because we could produce it piece by piece, but creating thousands of piece by piece like images is insane.
It's a lot of
So
work, and I think
yeah,
people don't really they see like a picture or the NFT and they're like, oh, that's cool, but like it's a lot of work. Even like the regular 2D stuff, so like the 3D animation stuff like that. Like honestly, like I props to
yeah,
the artists that can and do that because yeah, that
it
looks
is
ridiculous for
insane.
effort.
Oh yeah, some of like the some of the images that we create and stuff, they look like stock images that you find somewhere, but no, these are all like images that are. I shared some images the other day on Twitter from like the original design to where we have it now. Literally, you just start with basic shapes. You start forming them, you add textures on top of them, colors, details, the lighting, everything goes into these images. The work behind them is crazy. And we're starting from scratch on all of them. So it's a daunting task, but I feel like we've done good so far.
Yeah.
I would also just add on with the in terms of the trial of marketing, it's like there's so many things we've done that because just being in the NFT, the Soul NFT space since day one, that for most projects would get them thousands of followers. It felt like we were gaining like 200 or 300 from it because the space got so saturated. So we would do like the artist would make the most incredible collab with Thugbirds, for example, and do
Oh my gosh.
the
No,
most
it's
insane
sick.
animation that's like some of the best things like some of the best I've seen period. And like had that happened end of September or first week of October, the whole NFT world would have fallen. We would have gotten 5,000 followers from it. You know what I mean? And instead we got like 500. And like just trying to make that noise when there's like so many projects making so much noise, and it's really hard to actually get to people's Twitter feeds right now. So
Yeah, that was insane. We were like producing crazy stuff, like animations like that. Like you said, we did the animation with the birds and audience. That's a huge audience that we were getting to and high quality work from us.
Yeah.
Something that would have produced like crazy reactions. It still did really well for us, but you could tell how different the market was from when we started to how it is now. So that was definitely hard, and it was a bit frustrating. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess how would ways to overcome that? You kind of mentioned it a little bit before, which ironically, me and a buddy were talking about it a little earlier today, and honestly, like people see genuineness. You know what I mean? Like it is definitely marketing. You got to be out there, especially since it is such a saturated area as of right now. Because shoot, there's projects coming out every day, like 10 a day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, I guess what are some of the ways to try and overcome that? I guess in there, you know what I mean, for the marketing aspect.
So like I said, we pride ourselves a lot in our collabs. So the way that we decided to overcome like the saturation in the market was trying to come into these communities, these bigger like well-known communities, and show them exactly what we could do. Also, it was consistency. So we didn't drop our effort in any of the collabs that we did, even if we saw, man, we thought we were going to gain 700 followers from this, but we only gained 200. We were still going to put out a good collab. It didn't matter. And it also didn't matter if we were doing a collab with a project that had 300 or had 9,000 followers. Just showing the consistency and, like you said, being genuine and working with projects that we actually like.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's a thing that a lot of projects do. They just kind of get in the space, and if you have numbers, they'll do whatever. But we decided to go with the projects that we actually like their art, we like their communities, and we like the people behind those projects. So that also helped us in that aspect.
Yeah, I would say that's one thing that honestly a lot of the projects that have came on have said the willingness to, I guess, one, like help out with each other, and two, just people having the willingness to help. Like you said, it doesn't matter if there's 30,000 followers or 1,000 followers. Like if it's something that you genuinely like, you're working with them, and vice versa. Because in the long call, of course every project wants to succeed, things like that. But like you can't go wrong with a collaboration that you truly genuine like, and that you support. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was looking
it's
at
it's all
the
about community for sure.
100%. I was gonna I was gonna play, if you want it, if you don't mind, the regular Thugbird and Audius one that y'all did for them, just so people that have not seen it, that may be either watching it today, tomorrow, the next day, really never, they can actually see the quality of the work. Because like y'all said, it's no joke, man. Y'all put some work and effort into it. So, um, I mean, I'll play real quick. It's a minute and a half, so nothing crazy. But after that, I guess y'all can tell us your thoughts of after it was done. Like what did y'all think? Because y'all were the first people to actually see it. But yeah, let me see on here. See, it should have the audio. Might have to. Okay. Good old Twitter with the downscaling. Kind of have it from there. So how long does something like that take y'all? And who thought of the idea like that? Because I mean, yeah, it's 21,000 views, which is super strong, and I mean that's from audience like themselves. You know what I mean? So I guess who thought of that, and what was y'all's thoughts after making something like that?
So that was a tough process. Getting a collab between ourselves, Audius, and Thugbirds was awesome. We were just kind of speaking with Audius, and they loved it. So we did another animation for them originally
See if we can
before
find
we
that.
did this animation, and kind of just started talking. And it was like, what if we do something with Thugbirds? And when they said that, I was like, for sure, we're gonna produce something super cool for this. So kind of went back to the team, started pitching the ideas. Or like I said, our main artist Sam, he's like a crazy genius. Like I literally just said audience Thugbirds, and a second later he was like, what if we have these TV screens? What if we do this? I was like,
Nice.
man,
Yes.
yeah. I was like, yeah, like it's been a minute and a half, and you already blew my mind. Let's go for it. Let's do everything. Um, that's when we started playing around with the rigging, which allowed us to make our animations a little bit more complicated. So that process took a while, just because it was the first time that we were really using rigging in one of our animations. Um, and also, we were incorporating different types of bots. So if you see the bots that we use as the speakers, the animation, that's actually the special bot that we did for Audius. We custom made it for them. So the timing of the music with speakers, and then making sure the transitions worked with the lighting effects that we did on the wings of the Thugbird. That took a while. So I would say it took us around a week to get everything done, to get everything how we liked. That Thugbird bot that we used in there, we changed it so many times before we finally agreed. I remember one of the iterations that we did, we actually had like feathers, like actual feathers
With it.
surrounding the whole thing, and we were like, oh, no, this is not gonna work.
No, no.
No,
The idea is
yeah,
great.
no,
Hey.
yeah, idea was great. Now executing, I don't think it's that amazing. But yeah, no, it definitely took us a while, and we actually all have kind of input on what's going on. It's not like we can't talk to each other. So just sending it in the group chats, talking a lot, communicating until we are all happy with the animation that we had made. But yeah, I think total time it took us about a week to get everything done.
Nice. No, I know. I mean, I guess I won't exactly talk for the Thugbird community, but I know a lot of people liked that video, and they thought it was freaking sweet. So shout out to y'all on that one for making it. We are getting close, so basically kind of at the 30-minute mark. So like I said, I won't hold y'all hostage for a long time, anything like that. I guess what are you kind of expect on the data mint? Where can people, I guess, keep up with y'all on the Rust bots? Is it better on Twitter, on Discord, or of course a little bit of both? Or people
Definitely
that do
both.
want to figure out more about y'all, where's the best place to get in contact with y'all at?
Yeah, we try to stay active on both. So we're on Twitter every day. We're on Discord every day. Um, we have announcement page on Discord where we release information. We have different stuff. Anytime that anything is modified, it reaches Discord first. So we can tell the immediate community that's in there at the moment. But also we post it on Twitter. Um, all our Twitter and our Discord are actually linked. So when
Okay.
we post on Twitter, the people on Discord get a notification for it. So
Nice.
we try to keep both channels pretty active with information.
Yeah, and this isn't a personal shill, but right now for the next like 5 days or a week, we're doing a giveaway through my page for a project we love. So it's not actually for Rustbot, but it's Rustbots is giving away. We did a skeleton crew. We're gonna do. I guess I won't leak what the next days will be, but every day we're gonna be giving away an NFT from a project we really like on my page, Soul NFTs. So
Nice. So that's the
that's
next 5 days. Each day y'all are giving it away.
yeah, every
Nice.
morning we're doing a new giveaway where you follow Rustbots, you follow this great project, and you can win an NFT.
Y'all heard it first. I don't know. Yeah, at least y'all are the first project that came on and said they're doing something like that. I'm sure. I mean, I know a lot of people are giving stuff away, but if you're not, do yourself a favor. You're listening right now and not following. Hit the follow on that because you heard it. You got 5 days to win some NFTs for free on that one. Um, I guess the question for y'all. I mean, was there honestly something? I guess that I haven't asked or missed that y'all are super excited about, or something that y'all wanted to let the community know about as of now, or I guess any kind of like final points, anything like that you want to tell the community?
Yeah, I actually when we were talking about how we work with projects that we like and how it didn't really matter the size of the project, something that we really focused on and that actually I really like that we brought on since the beginning is why wouldn't we work with a project with 1,000 people even if we're at 8,000? Because at some point somebody did it for us. When we were at 100 people, project with 3,000 helped us out. So I just kind of like passing on that love and support in the community is something that I think is really important for us. It just keeps the community a bit more tight knit, and we're really excited to show everybody more of the attributes in our generative collection. We're going to start teasing some of the gifts that are going to be in the collection itself. So that's coming really soon. And also to start showing off the one of ones. So none of those have actually been showed yet,
Ooh.
shown off yet. But I think those are going to blow people's minds. Those are going to be really cool.
For some of the people that might be watching right now, any leak on not exactly day, but when some of those things might be on or out, or keeping it super secret right now?
Oh, so I don't know what to
You don't have
say.
to
So
answer. You know what I mean? You don't have to, I just got to put you on the spot in case someone's there and like, yo, this man's getting that alpha. That's what I'm talking about. You can say,
right,
listen,
right,
bro, chill. That's just as good. That is just as good.
yeah, no, definitely have some very, very big things coming for this next coming week. So
Nice.
people can definitely expect to start seeing. Oh, also we're coming out with a new animation
Mm,
with a very prominent name in the space. So that'll be very cool. Keep an eye
heard
out for that.
that. Keep an eye out for that one for
It may or
sure.
may not be Elon Musk.
Elon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
I'm
Elon is
I'm
probably
obviously
not going to be
joking.
going there, okay? LOL, guys. We're just joking. But
I
Right.
feel like I probably shouldn't put the bar so high because now people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's
what
who
are
it
you
was. It wasn't
doing?
Elon."
Oh my gosh, yeah.
No, that's
No.
awesome, and I'm excited. And let me refresh. As far as I know, let me hold on. Let me see if I can refresh it back here again. Which y'all at? Y'all at 9,014 followers. That's what I'm talking about. Right before we started 8999. Honestly, I would say other than that, I'm gonna wrap it up on here. If you're not already following Rustbots, again, it's at Rustbots with an S on the end, and then hit a follow on the Twitter, and go ahead and hop into the Discord, join as well. And if you're on the computer right now and listening, listen, rustbots.io. Do yourself a favor as well. Take a look at the website. So on that note, guys, honestly, I want to thank you very much for coming in, taking some time out of y'all's day, and letting the community and everyone know about the community and know about the Rustbots. I guess any last words as of right now?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having us. It was a great time. We love coming and talking about our project. And also getting to work with such a great community like yours. So it was definitely awesome being on the podcast with you.
I appreciate it. And again, I thank y'all for coming in and just being on it. So give me a quick second. I'm gonna go ahead and on here. Other than that, once again, guys, I want to thank y'all very much for coming in, tuning in, showing some love. If you're not already, again, do yourself a favor at Rustbots on Twitter. Join their Discord, and make sure to show some love. Till next time, y'all, stay fresh, stay clean, stay positive. Don't forget, hit all the follows on our pages as well. Twitter, Twitch, Spotify, Audius. Till next time, y'all, stay fresh, stay clean. And as always, caw-caw!